Hi, my name is Rosado Burch from Citizens Campaign for the Environment. I'm here today at Lighthouse Point Park in New Haven, Connecticut to talk a little bit about the work that we do to protect Long Island Sound and why that work is so important to me personally. I thought I'd take you for a walk with me so you can see it for yourself. Long Island Sound is an estuary of national significance. That means this is where all of our freshwater systems, our rivers and our streams combine with salt water from the ocean. Here in Connecticut, it's like our own little doorway to the Atlantic. I've had the privilege over the last 10 years to work here in Connecticut to increase public engagement around Long Island Sound protection and restoration issues. And we do that through public education and by connecting everyday members of the community with their state and federal policymakers so that they can advocate for their waterways. Unfortunately, high-density population centers in particular are significant contributors to the stormwater and wastewater pollution that affects our waterways. At the same time, we know that communities of color who live in those urban centers are disproportionately at risk from the health and economic impacts of inner-city pollution. So we can't have a meaningful conversation about protecting the environment without talking about environmental justice. And that's why we need to work with a diverse coalition of community partners, including people from communities of color, native Spanish speakers, and local civic groups that are already doing important work in the community. I think the most rewarding part about my work at CCE are the tangible improvements that we've helped to achieve over the years, both in terms of Long Island Sound water quality and biodiversity, but also in helping members of the community develop a real sense of ownership over that resource. I was born in Queens, grew up spending most of my life on Long Island, but my mother was born in Puerto Rico, and I think that I inherited my love of the ocean from her. Crystal clean water and ocean beaches is part of Puerto Rican culture. But that's not something that you see every day as a kid growing up in the tri-state area. I guess it's easy to take something for granted until you don't have it anymore. My mother once told me, "Los ríos siempre desembocan en el mar." Rivers always reach the sea. And what she was trying to say was, the world is a certain kind of way, and you're going to have to fight really hard if you ever hope to change the tide. I think she was onto something there. If we don't all work together to protect what's most important to us, it might not always be there. By educating communities all around the Sound about the important role it plays in their way of life, we can create lasting connections between this precious resource and the people who benefit from it the most. I get a real sense of satisfaction knowing that I've helped to reinvigorate a culture of stewardship around this body of water. I can only hope that's something that this generation will pass on to the next one.